This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
We are all cursing Mr. Ahmed today.
No. He has very cleverly
Yes.
mentioned the matter before this court in the morning. I heard him on merit, and I find there is no merit. Then he made an allegation before the Chief Justice. The court has not taken up the matter and made to sit the court here. This is the attitude, though I will take.
Say that court was fixed as advisory. I have mentioned that.
Call the matter. Call the matter.
I have mentioned that in my letter. There is item number 3 was considered, but since 6 is the last date,
Yes,
if it can be expedited. That was my prayer.
What is the matter?
I'm sorry, mate.
No, yes. Nothing else. Start.
So, but I could not.
I
specifically stated in the letter. Do you find the letter that?
Once you mention the matter before this court, and this court has refused this.
So, do the matter on money at item that?
Correct. Then
Okay.
Call. Start.
I'm sorry, mate.
Start. No problem, sir. Now the court, I have given the consent to hold the court at holiday. I am holding the court. You start here.
Blood.
Yes, what is matter?
Step.
Don't worry. Yes, start.
I belong to my Shata community. That I have certificate issued by my state of origin, that is Jharkhand.
Yes.
Now I got marriage and resides in Purulia, in Bengal. But based on this certificate, I contested parliamentary election. Only day before yesterday, the assistant returning officer, while we met with the officer to complete the formalities, he said that this certificate cannot be accepted for assembly constituency election.
Or you wanted to contest by type quota?
Type quota. Now, if you kindly take some section 5 of the Representation of People Act.
Section 5.
5. Once again, say sorry.
Yes. Continue.
A person shall not be qualified to be chosen.
Yes.
To fill a seat in the Legislative Assembly of the state unless, in case of a seat reserved for the scheduled caste, or the scheduled tribe of that state, the difficulty, he is a member of any of those caste or those tribes.
As the case may be.
And is an disjunctive, an elector of an assembly constituency in that state.
Correct.
Now, if you kindly takes up my petition, I have annexed the Constitution Scheduled Tribe Orders 1950 at page 80. 80. Sorry, 18.
18.
Yes, ma'am. This order was issued when an exercise of power under section 342 1 of the Constitution of India.
Page 18.
18.
Yes.
Clause 2. The tribes or tribal communities or parts of or groups within tribes or tribal communities specified in parts 1 to this 22 of the schedule of this order shall, in relation to the states,
correct,
more than one, to which those parts respectively relate among those states, be deemed to be scheduled tribe so far as regards the member thereof residence in the localities specified in relation to them respectively in those parts of the schedule. My community is recognized by the state of West Bengal. If you kindly take the next page, part 16, right hand side column, 36, Chantal. Have you got it?
Yes. Santal.
Santal.
Correct.
Next page, page 20.
Hmm.
So for Jharkhand is concerned, last part, let serial number 27.
27 Santal.
So when both state recognize this community as tribal community.
Correct.
So that the state of origin, so far I am concerned, that is not Jharkhand. And the same community is identified as that
Santal in this.
West Bengal also. So my case is not based on this certificate.
Correct.
I can apply or take advantage, take benefit of. But there are judgments in the line in the Supreme Court. In all cases, that whether the issue is whether a migrants can take advantage of his tribal certificate in other state in which that community does not recognize as tribal. The answer is no.
Correct.
Now, in my case, in both state, I have been recognized as tribal. Now, I have got only one judgment in the field in 1990, that is passed by Bombay High Court on this issue. Long and short, this is my case. And one more thing on facts.
Yes.
There are circulars of the Union government where Union government, if you kindly once consider this circulars also. Kindly takes up in the middle a circular of 1982. All circulars almost are on same issue. Some clarification in subsequent. This is 18 November 1982. Or sorry, yes, 18 November 1982.
Which one?
Third page, first, second, third.
Yes.
I am directed to say that it has been represented to this ministry that persons belonging to Scheduled tribe who have migrated from one state to another for the purpose of employment, education, and experience great difficulty in obtaining caste tribe certificates from the state from which they have migrated. In order to remove these difficulties, and decided in modification of the instructions also that the prescribed authority of the state government, union territory administration may issue Scheduled certificate to the person who has migrated from another state on production of the genuine certificates issued to his father, mother by a prescribed authority of the state.
Of the state.
Of Jharkhand.
Fathers or mother's origin.
Yes. Of Jharkhand. Always the state of origin issue the certificates.
Correct.
This is the clarification that other state also can issue on production of the genuine certificates. Now, my submission is that yes, this state of also can issue certificate based on the certificate issued by the Jharkhand. I have tried to make an application online. Though my pleadings is very weak. Page 27 of my petition.
Page 27?
Yes,
Yes.
Only difficulty is that there is no option in the website that I can put my put reference of the certificate issued by the Jharkhand. Now, if you kindly takes up, this is this I have mentioned in the first column.
When you applied for?
Only day before yesterday. Yes, only the SDO said that we cannot accept this. Only thereafter we have made that report. Because 6 is the last date of nomination. That's the whole difficulty. Here I have mentioned that I have from Jharkhand in the first column. And second column that I have mentioned, now I am in West Bengal.
Where do you mention?
First box.
Jharkhand. State of Jharkhand.
And just below the Jharkhand, I have mentioned the present state address.
Purulia, West Bengal.
Yes.
Correct.
And that, and after 2-3 columns, I have given reference of my husband, who is a resident of Purulia also.
Yes. Purulia.
Details of the 2 referees.
Yes.
Class 13.
Class 13. Devasi Sebram.
Yes.
And second referee is the Arjun Tundu.
Yes.
Yes. Then
thereafter I cannot. This clause 14 is for migration. My case is not right, not migrated it's migration, but it's not a case that this state does not recognize. I'm like, here, the drop down box, there is no option of putting the reference of Jharkhand. That's why I have got it printed as it is.
So your husband is having the scheduled tribe?
But they are seeking reference of father in terms of the circular.
No, your husband is having this
Certificate.
of
But-
Santal.
Yes.
Santal of
Yes,
West
yes,
Bengal.
yes.
When you married,
Married, that I have to take instruction.
yes.
Maybe a few years ago must be.
Huh?
Maybe first few years ago, because last parliament election I have contested. Must be before that. Now, this is long and short is my case. Here, all that I'm praying today, the issue may be decided finally, only for the purpose of scrutiny and nomination, that I may be permitted to participate in the election.
But you stated that earlier you have been allowed to contest the parliamentary election in
I have stated my
by
question.
the on the type quota.
Paragraph 6.
Where is the document?
Documents I have not annexed. This is the must be the website.
Paragraph 6.
Paragraph 6. I mean specifically stated. The election commission must have all those records.
But your contested, you don't have the document that you have your contested, whether you have lost or you
I lost.
so might be they are having documents.
I must confirm that hurriedly when I have prepared this through I have got this information.
You have made out a case that earlier you have been allowed.
Yes,
That's why this time the authorities are not allowing that.
yes, paragraph 6.
With regard to the what are the other submission that has to on merit that has to be decided in the full fledged.
Yes, yes.
Full fledged hearing is
For the
to be-
timing
because the
that-
point of law is involved that is
Yes, yes, yes.
taken. Because it will impact the whole.
Yes.
It will impact the
For the timing, only in the yes, I have. May I show my documents from this device?
So how you show the to the other side?
Well, I'll drop. Airdrop. But this is the that is uploaded on the website of the Election Commission. From there, I'm showing it
Which year?
of 2024.
24.
From Jharkhand, I have contested that.
Jharkhand you contest ST candidate. Jharkhand ST constituency.
And this is still it.
Yes.
I'm in Bombay judgment that I have handed over.
What the Bombay judgment say?
On yes. Almost on similar facts, this is 1990.
You take this. You have already handed over.
Oh.
Which paragraph? Where from you are relying upon?
And state will come to the conclusion. Paragraph 2 is the facts. The petitioner father so and mother so from village so of district Gujarat of district Bora, Gujarat state, and belong to this tribe is to be found in a number of states in India, including Gujarat and Maharashtra. Then my paragraph 14. Significantly, have you got it?
14.
14. Significantly state in both the above cases relied upon instructions or circulars suspiciously close in spirit to XS. It is time the state government recognize the embargo places upon it by clause 1 of Article 342, the power to include or exclude from the enumeration of the scheduled tribe under Order 1950 based only in Parliament. These powers cannot be encroached upon by the state government in the guise of administrative instruction.
Correct.
The mischief of instruction in XS lies in the usurpation of power contrary to Article 342(2). The power to enumerate scheduled tribe vested in the precedent and the notification containing such enumeration can be amended only by Parliament. The state government cannot, in the guise of the government resolution, clocking the interpretational courts give their own construction to the least scheduled tribe entitled to reservation. Then paragraph 15, court has considered the violation of Article 14 and 19. Then paragraph 16, court has summed up that petitioner is a Maharashtra domicile.
Yes. So how it is help you?
The person from Gujarat was recognized as tribal in
Wheel. Wheel in Gujarat.
yes,
And he was settled in Bombay, Maharashtra.
yes.
Then-
In both places, that community was recognized as tribal. That's my point only. In paragraph 16, court has concluded directing admission if he is otherwise eligible.
Yes.
Now, I was thinking why this community was recognized in West Bengal and Jharkhand both as tribal. I have got a map prepared by UNESCO. If I say kindly have a look to this. Kindly see
Jharkhand, West
the
Bengal.
deep, yes,
Yeah.
dark portion is over 1 lakh people resides. Kindly see West Bengal and Jharkhand both are marked with deep colored.
Correct.
Now the distance of my residence, my present residence, and my paternal residence is about 60 kilometers, 22 kilometers. Therefore, it is almost adjacent to West Bengal, and
Next.
they belong to the same community.
That's all.
And last is if Rashis asks me, give me 2 options, whether you want order or remove the impression, that is, I will be preferring the second one. I don't want to carry this. That was never my intention. I'm extremely sorry.
Merit will not be suffer. In merit, you will not suffer. Yes.
But Mr. Muzumdar has to make the primary submissions.
The paper, you see.
Yes.
But if they want that,
But one thing I want to know, in the objects of bringing the scheduled type, scheduled caste, what is the object of the spouse? If a married.
Yes. Because castes, my lord, are always inherited from the father. So my learned friend's client cannot get a caste from her husband. Her children will get from the father.
No, that is correct. But here, both Santals, he got the Santal
Yes,
of
yes.
Jharkhand.
Yes.
And whether it is in the West Bengal or
Yes, it's in West Bengal. It's in West Bengal. Yes, but my learned friend would correct me if I'm wrong. Please have a look to me at the application. Though the application has been made only day before yesterday, be that as it may. But as I could gather, please take note page number 27.
Yes.
Kindly take serial number 12. Whether any of the blood relation of the applicant possess caste certificate, she has said no.
I could not process this.
Yes. If no,
If the answer to point number 12 is yes, then name of the certificate holder, relation, certificate number, date of issue, issuing authority.
This refers to blood only certificate issued by the state. The drop down format, that was I was submitting. That I could not being able to submit this unless I say no. If I say yes, I have to put the particulars of that person, and he must be belong to state. That is the way the website is.
Possibly not, because the extreme right hand side column says issuing authority.
Yes, yes.
That issuing authority can be from Bengal, outside Bengal.
if you are taking the benefit of a certificate which has been issued in the state of Jharkhand as a Santal also, as per the notification of the government. But now you married, you shifted to West Bengal, your husband is also Santal. So you could have been informed the authority with regard to your husband's certificate.
No, they are seeking further certificate in this box.
Blood relationship applicant possess.
Relations.
So your father's certificate could have been.
Husband cannot
In
be that
this
relation.
section, husband will not be a blood relation.
That's why I'm saying that the drop down box only refers to the issuing authority from state.
No, I don't think so.
No, not state, blood relation. Whether any blood relation
Blood-
the applicant possess.
Yes, blood relation, and the last column is issuing authority.
Issuing-
The issuing authority in the drop down format is I have taken instruction. That's I lie. That they says that only from the issuing authority or from the state.
No.
If it is,
I don't think so.
if this option is there, then I can always provide this. I have all those certificates.
But there is another incongruity. Is serial number 14. I do not know why she has done this. Whether the applicant or his family migrated from any other state country, she has said no. She ought to have said yes. Then if point number 14 is yes, then migration certificate number, etc.
No.
was required.
At the top, I have said Jharkhand. I was in Jharkhand. I have mentioned in West Bengal now. Present and past address, I have mentioned that.
But it's
I'm not-
something.
I'm not
It is something like relying upon a judgment and then trying to distinguish it.
The difficulty is that in the format, I was not in the. I was giving instruction over phone, and they were trying to settle it.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Majumdar.
Oh yes,
Let me- let me-
can you say issuing authority? Oh, the issuing authority, they have mentioned that এই ফরম্যাটে আছে ফাদার এইভাবে জেলাগুলো সব মেনশন করা আছে
Others আছে।
আদার্স দিলে আদার্স দিলে অপশনটা আসছে না বোধহয়
Others
দিলে তো
তখন
পুরোটা দেয়।
specify. Others specify তখন ঝাড়খণ্ড।
they have made this wrong mistake.
Okay, let me hear the EC, then we'll come to the state. Yes, Mr. Majumdar.
Article 342 blood is only in respect of identification of tribes. But there is no dispute that one tribe which is recognized as a scheduled tribe in Jharkhand may also be recognized as a scheduled tribe in West Bengal. There is no doubt about that. But the purpose of issuance of a certificate is verification of that particular person's membership to the tribe. Now, why this exercise is carried on, and there is a time period given for the purpose of this identification exercise to be carried out. But for the purpose of the assembly election, section 5 of the act, please have a look at the 1951 act. Copy.
Yes.
Qualifications, no, it has a section heading. Qualifications for membership of a legislative assembly. A person shall not be qualified to be chosen to fill a seat in the legislative assembly of a state unless, in the case of a seat reserved for the SCs or for the STs of that state,
Correct.
he is a member of any of those castes or of those tribes. So, not the identification exercise would relate to the membership of this particular person as a member of the scheduled tribe of that state. But unless this exercise is carried out and a certificate is issued, probably the Election Commission of India cannot treat him, not because law is too well settled, that although there may be two castes not recognized as such by two different state governments, a privilege which has been enjoyed by a member of the caste or a tribe in one state may not extend to the area beyond that. So that is why it specifically refers to a state or the state.
Yes. Yes.
But I can't join any issue with regard to Article 342 or not two states recognizing Santals as schedule. Because not Article 342.
Every state has to notify their own tribe and caste who will coming under the purview of that tribal category, caste category, and whatever it is.
So as a class or a community, it is recognized. Now, not whether this person is entitled to claim benefits as a member of that community or tribe. Not because Article 342 uses two language. One is communities, the other is tribes. Now, not whether he is a member of the tribe or not, that exercise has to be undertaken by the state before a certificate is issued for the purpose of enjoying certain privileges in that state.
Correct.
That's my sole submission.
Yes. Anything further?
No.
But there are
The only thing, my lord, I don't think, my lord, I have to make any
Why on the last occasion, why the petitioner was allowed to contest the election?
that Section 5 is a specific provision in the state assembly election.
That was state election.
That was a parliamentary election. 2024 was a parliamentary election, but not the language in Section 5 not is only for legislative assembly elections.
Yes.
But so far as the state is concerned, at this stage, I don't think that any prayer is made against me. However, prayer A may somehow relate to the state. But that also is a final relief which I don't think can be granted at this stage. But the interim prayer at page 12, D, interim order directing the returning officer of so-and-so to receive and keep on record the nomination papers if tendered within time without rejecting the same solely on the ground that the petitioner's scheduled tribe certificate has been issued by a competent authority of the state of
Jharkhand and further order of this.
So at this stage, no prayer is against the state.
Yes.
But so far as prayer A is concerned, there is somewhat relation, involvement of the state. But with this application, which I have placed, I don't think, this application can be processed because this application does not contain all the correct facts and figures. No, but he just made the application day before yesterday. Some at the last time, people who come before the court of equity, they must be vigilant about their rights.
Correct. That's why I asked.
And she says that she is also a member of the Gram Panchayat. So she knows that she is going to face this hurdle. She should have applied long before.
That 1982 circular or the instructions to the chief secretaries of all state governments, which Mr. Ahmed has relied upon.
Yes.
Please come to the middle portion of that circular after that letter number BC so and so.
Page 22.
No, that
is bunch. The bunch I have enrolled.
One page circular of 1982.
The bunch I have enrolled.
Third page of that compilation, I believe.
Yes.
There is a letter number BC 12025, etc. Then please take the sentence thereafter that the prescribed authority of a state government or union territory administration may issue the scheduled caste or tribe certificate to a person who has migrated from another state on the production of the genuine certificate issued to his father or mother by the prescribed authority of the state of the father's or mother origin, except where the prescribed authority feels that detailed inquiry is necessary through the state of origin before issue of the certificate. So not this exercise is probably warranted by reason of not certain privileges enjoyable in a particular state. So that requires the first and prima facie proof is a genuine certificate of his father or mother. Then that is not all. This is once again subject to a detailed inquiry to be warranted if it is felt necessary.
That is if it requires inquiry.
Yes. So if one is satisfied with the, but this exercise has to be undergone before he is accepted.
Adding to what Mr. Mazumdar just said, but after that Madhuri Patil's case, now caste scrutiny committee has been constituted in all the states.
Where in West Bengal it is constituted?
Yes, I believe so.
Vaishal judgment refer karo
Make sure.
I'll check because to my recollection, appearing for the petitioners, I had made some arguments. Be that as it may not, but some inquiry has to be made. It cannot be just.
That's correct. That's correct. And what about the Bombay judgment? Have you gone through?
But Bombay judgment probably does not help his cause. Please come to that judgment.
Educational call,
Yes.
admission.
Not, please come to the last paragraph of that 16. To sum up, petitioner is of Maharashtra domicile. This is so whether reckoned by his upbringing or that of his father's history. X instruction number so and so is hereby declared being violative of Article 342, 14 to 16 and 19 hereby declared unconstitutional and void. Respondent shall process petitioner's application for admission to the MBBS course as that of a person belonging to a scheduled tribe entitled to such concession and privileges as a member of such tribes is entitled to in this state. Now, the question is not his identification as a member. If eligible on the basis, he shall be granted admission to so and so. So, the court did not
Inquiry. Yes.
do away with the requirement of inquiry.
Yes, Mr. Ahmed.
And I believe nobody is against me that so far that tribal and it is
Not against
only
policy,
things. But if it was
they're only
kindly,
the point of law.
kindly take some that page section 4 of Representative of People Act that once minute.
Yes,
This is for not parliamentary election.
correct.
A person shall not be qualified to be chosen to fill a seat in the House of People unless he belong to the scheduled tribe community. Now that so far my scheduled tribe identity is concerned, the election commission has once accepted. Now let whether I am a state domicile of state of West Bengal or not, that needs to be let.
B, clause B is a
Yes,
different language.
In the case B, in the
B, in
case
case
of state
of a state
reserved
reserved for scheduled tribe in any state,
other than those on autonomous district of
That-
Assam,
yes,
is a member of any of the scheduled tribe, whether of the state or any state,
any state.
including
Huh.
elector for the parliamentary.
Raghunath, my community, my tribal identity is not disputing by the election commission. Now that so far my identification by this state blood, not only on production of the original certificate. That is the ministerial work basically. Now that if you will permit me, with all due respect, that let me participate. That I have already applied. There is a mistakes that I will be applying by today. Now let them decide the authenticity on production and decide it. That so that the scrutiny is made on letter date. By 6, I can file my nomination, and thereafter, by this time, if they issue certificate, on the day of scrutiny, I shall produce the certificate. That's my submission. In that manner, kindly grants me liberty so that I can apply afresh. Since there is a mistake in online, if I be permitted to apply only online.
You cannot dispense with without the inquiry. My learned friend, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the offices are closed.
No.
There cannot be any inquiry.
Anyway, after 6th is the date for nomination.
But with regard to all the inquiries to be conducted, then if you have been allowed, and tomorrow you will not produce, why?
If I cannot produce it, then my nomination will be cancelled.
But the certificate, when it is to be accepted, it has to be seen you have qualified for all the things or not for the, because if you are a general candidate, it's not difficult.
That's submission. But if I shall produce, this scrutiny will not be done now. I shall produce this certificate. Now, on the day of scrutiny, I shall produce what if
You are not having the certificate.
I have
What certificate?
I have annexed.
That is the Jharkhand of the West. Where is the West Bengal of the state?
Possibly the state of origin will only that instruction also I have taken from my client. The SDO has said that state of West Bengal cannot issue certificate. They can only say this is genuine. This much.
Correct.
The moment
Genuinity here is not the genuinity. 5A.
5A.
5A. Read the 5A of the state.
Starting
Here the question is not with regard to the genuinity of your certificate.
I says that
Read
the caste of tribe of the state.
of the state.
No, I'm sorry, man, not of the state. In case of a
That state.
scheduled tribe of that state,
That state means here.
in case of exact seat of this refers to seat. In case of a seat, scheduled tribe or scheduled caste of that state,
Correct.
this refers to seat of that state.
Correct.
Then, in the caste and tribes,
Correct.
comma, as the case may be, comma,
Comma.
And this is disjunctive.
Yes.
For the assembly constituency.
Hmm.
The moment this and if you actually agree that this and is disjunctive, then the qualification is I must be a elector of the assembly constituency in the state, and I must belong to a tribal community, and the seat for which I'm contesting must be a reserved seat. And similar, all these are commas. In case of a seat,
See, the
reserved,
first is there are parts. First part, the
reserved seat,
case of the state reserved for the scheduled caste or for the scheduled tribe of the status.
state, comma.
This is the first. The seat should be there is no dispute. The seat which you wanted to contest, that is a reserve for
Reserved
the
state.
scheduled tribe. Correct. He is a member of any of those caste
Caste and tribes,
or those tribes.
comma.
No, caste or tribes.
Caste tribes.
So you are claiming that you are the tribe.
Yes.
Correct. No. As the case may be, and is an elector for any assembly constituency in that state.
Well,
In that state.
yes.
In
Elector of that state.
That is it. So how you will elect unless and until you will not be the scheduled tribe of that state.
With all due respect, subject to
Correct.
justice cannot, with all due respect, in that state is there, I'm out. Some
Of that-
possibly, if I'm
Of that state. That state. What is the meaning of that? Of that state?
second, I'm sorry.
Yes, read. Total day is for you.
Yes.
Now there is no mentioning. No urgency. You can take.
No 12.
Well, it's still the Lordship's words, but it's probably
The whole day is for you. Satisfy this court for this section.
But, I'm reading this once again, but my prayer would be that if that ultimate, but there are judgments in the line, if I'm not mistaken, since 2014, all those matters led to that scrutiny of nomination paper. Now, in all those judgments, Supreme Court has held the ultimate object is to accept the nomination and not to reject it, so that people can contest. That is the object of the Election Commission also. Now,
But once that's correct, you submit all the documents. That's the scrutiny.
Yes.
Scrutiny.
kindly allows me to that extent. Yes.
Scrutiny is time is there. Scrutiny will be done, and if you are not found the scrutiny, then the paper is not there, or any discrepancies are there. It can be rejected, or you can rectify till the nomination is withdrawn.
Yes.
Correct. Here the problem is you are asking for a particular category. For a particular category, seat of the category, it is a reserved seat for category. So you, prima facie, when you are submitting the document, you have to satisfy that you are having that certificate to file your nomination in that category. If that is not, so how the authority can accept your nomination form?
I have experience while Mr. Bhattacharya was submitting nomination. If I submit a garbage of papers on the day of submission, they will accept it and give a receipt. That's the procedure they follow. On the day of scrutiny, they will consider whether I am contesting reserve seat, produce a certificate.
Okay.
And where the procedure is, they issue a checklist before scrutiny. After submission, they will issue a checklist that you have submitted for the reserve constituency, but you didn't produce the certificate. So I am giving the checklist. You produce it on the day of scrutiny.
But where the what is your prayer?
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly see what is your prayer?
No.
What is your prayer? This is not the prayer for acceptance of your nomination.
Your Lordship's reason can always want the relief. Kindly consider that somebody who wants to contest that he has done his campaign all along, and only few days are left. But this is possible. I don't know which is not possible.
Yes, Mr. Datto.
Yes, ma'am. But so far as I am concerned, Millard, I cannot dispense with the inquiry. It has to be done. Number one. Number two is, as of today, Millard, there is no valid application. And if I'm not wrong, the format also is wrong.
No, that is with regard to the grant of certificate.
Yes.
What certificate is lying?
Yes.
What
But
is
so far
what
as
is happening of-
accepting is concerned, that is the ECIS job. But kindly, Millard, so far as I am concerned, kindly do not dispense with Miller.
Nothing.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Mr. Majumdar,
But only
nomination paper. See, nomination paper, anybody can submit the nomination paper. With at the time scrutiny, if it is found that is not having the certificate for the tribe, then it can be rejected at the time in the rejection list. What is your procedure for nomination?
Not nomination they will file, not we will accept, not
And
that's not that is the discretion of the returning officer as well. Not if prima facie it is on the face of the record, it is seen that he is not a valid candidate, then not he cannot probably regularize things. Now, not that inquiry part, not that was decided in 1994 by the Honorable Supreme Court. Not the same line, not the language is same. 94 5 SCC 244, paragraph 8. Not I have.
yes,
Please come to not paragraph 8. Not I better place the paragraph 8 in its entirety from page 10. Just the previous page that I have taken out.
8, yes.
In course of time, persons belonging to SCs, STs who had migrated from one state to another in search of employment or for education purposes and the like, experienced great difficulty in obtaining caste or tribe certificates from the state from which they had migrated. To remove this difficulty experienced by them, the earlier instructions of 1982, not that one was there, were modified in that the prescribed authority of a state or union territory was permitted to issue the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe certificate to a person who had migrated from another state on production of a genuine certificate issued to his father by the prescribed authority of the state of the father's origin, except where the prescribed authority considered a detailed inquiry necessary through the state of origin before issue of certificate. It was further stated that the certificate will be issued irrespective of whether the caste or tribe in question is scheduled or not, in relation to the state or union territory to which the person has migrated. Of course, this facility did not alter the SC or tribe status of the person in relation to the one or the other state. The revised form of the certificate was circulated. Further, it was clarified that a SC or tribe person who has migrated from the state of origin to some other state for the purpose of education, employment, etc., will be deemed to be SC or tribe of the state of his origin only.
Correct.
And will be entitled to derive benefits from that state and not from the state to which he had migrated. By this clarificatory order forwarded to Chief Secretary, the only facility extended was that the prescribed authority of the state or union territory to which a person had migrated was permitted to issue the certificate to the migrant on production of the genuine certificate issued to his father by the prescribed authority of the state of the father's origin, provided that the prescribed authority could always inquire into the matter through the state of origin if he entertained any doubt. The certificate to be so issued would be in relation to the state or union territory from which the person concerned had migrated and not in relation to the state or union territory to which he had migrated. Therefore, the migrant would not be entitled to derive benefits in the state to which he had migrated on the strength of such a certificate. This was reiterated in a subsequent letter of 87, but same thing is quoted, but not, I leave it to your lordship insofar as.
What I contend, what Mr. Ahmed is saying, he filed nomination. So there is a procedure for verification. Verification when you take a decision.
Yes, but that's what I was submitting. But on the face of it, this was found to be incorrect.
Incorrect, but if at that
I leave it to your lordship.
what?
my application is there,
That
so,
is not
so for my genuineness of that,
You came here 2-3 years before you have contested the election, and after
No, election,
6
yeah.
hours you filed an application before the authority took
Hmm.
that to incomplete certificate, and this court can pass an order to the authority to consider your application. Sorry,
that only thing.
your application can be considered by the
You will actually indulge
authority.
me to this extent that one more that my
You
application.
cannot take the laddu in both.
No, I'm not. But only thing.
My learned friend cannot pray for an order which cannot be incorrect.
That's what I'm telling.
Let them give an effort. If they fail, but I don't know.
Offices are closed.
Let them give an
The
effort.
petitioner has filed the present date application with the grievance that the petitioner is the scheduled tribe
The scrutiny is 7 to
tribe under the category Santhal at the state of Jharkhand. And after her marriage, she has shifted to West Bengal and started residing which place? And started residing village Asanpani, Priya Punchia, yes, Bandwan, district Purulia, along with his husband.
migrate করে গেছে
He submit that as per the notification the Santhal category is also been recognized as tribe in the state of West Bengal. In the state of He further submit that in the year 2024, the petitioner has contested the election of the parliamentary election as a tribal candidate. Now, the state of West Bengal is conducting the Election Commission of India is conducting the assembly election in the state of West Bengal, and the petitioner intend to file her nomination as a reserve category within bracket tribe of the which constituency, Mr. Ahmed? Manbadan.
PAZAR.
Manbazar, Purulia. Full stop. He submitted that the authorities have not accepted the nomination form of the petitioner as the petitioner is not having the certificate of tribe category. Though the petitioner is the tribal of as Santal category of the Jharkhand, and the said has been recognized by the state of West Bengal also. Full stop. The concept for Mr. Ahmed submits that the petitioner has also applied for grant of scheduled tribe certificate before the concerned authority, and the same is pending before the authority. He has relied upon the judgment in the case of Rajesh Arjun Bhai Patel versus State of West Bengal and others, reported in AIR 1990 Bombay 114, and submits that in the said case also the petitioner was the scheduled tribe of the state of Gujarat under the category of Bhil, but he has completed his study in the state of Maharashtra, and accordingly the Bombay High Court has directed the authorities to consider the application of the petitioner under the scheduled tribe category. And counsel for the petitioner has further relied upon Section 5 within bracket small a of the Representation of the People's Act 1951, and submit that as per the said provision, in the case of a seat reserved for a scheduled caste or for the scheduled tribe of that state, he is a member of any of those castes or those tribes, as the case may be, and is an elector for any assembly constituency in that state. He submit that in the present case, the petitioner is the scheduled tribe. Petitioner is the scheduled tribe of the Jharkhand state under the category of Santhal, and he had married and shifted to he had married the person who is the president of Bandhan, president of village Asanpani, district Purulia, and in the state of the West Bengal also, the Santhal category has been recognized as tribal. Thus, the petitioner is entitled to contest the election of the said constituency as tribal candidate. Per contra, an advocate appearing for the Election Commission of India, by referring Section 5A of the Representation of the People's Act, 1951, and submits that as per the said provision, the person who intend to contest the election of the particular area on the reserved seat, he/she should be the member of the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. He submits that in the present case, the petitioner is claiming to be a scheduled tribe, but she is not the scheduled tribe of the state of West Bengal, and as such, she cannot claim that she is the scheduled tribe of the state of West Bengal. He further relied upon the judgment in the case of Action Committee on issue of caste certificate to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in the state of Maharashtra and another versus Union of India and another, reported in 1994, Volume 5, SCC 244, and submit that in the said case, the Honorable Supreme Court has categorically held that the migrant would not be entitled to derive benefit in the state to which he had migrated on the strength of such certificates. Of such a certificate. He submitted in the present case, admittedly, the petitioner is claiming to be a tribal of the Jharkhand, but in the state of West Bengal, no certificate has been issued to the petitioner, thus she cannot claim the benefit of tribe as a tribe candidate. Full stop. But the learned Advocate General appearing for the state submits that the petitioner, that though the petitioner has not claimed any relief in the present application against the state, but he submits that the petitioner has, if the petitioner intends to contest assembly election as a tribal candidate of a particular constituency, the petitioner has to prove that she is belonging to the tribal category. Only because she was holding the certificate of tribal candidate of the Jharkhand state cannot say that the same certificate be treated as a tribal candidate in the state of West Bengal. But the learned counsel for the respective parties this court finds that the petitioner is intending to contest the election of the particular constituency as reserved category of scheduled tribe. But the petitioner is having the certificate of scheduled tribe of the state of Jharkhand under the category within bracket Santhal. But admittedly, she is not having the certificate of scheduled tribe of the state of West Bengal. Though in the state of West Bengal, the category Santhal has been recognized as a tribal category. The petitioner has submitted an application before the authority for grant of tribal certificate. But the learned counsel appearing for the state has brought to the notice of this court that the application submitted by the petitioner is not in proper, has not filled up in a proper way. The petitioner has neither submitted any certificate to show that the petitioner and any of the blood relation of the petitioner possess caste certificates, or the petitioner has also not disclosed the document that the applicant or his family has been migrated from the other state. The only prayer of the petitioner before this in the present date application that the petitioner may be allowed to contest the election in the particular state assembly election as a tribal candidate. But this court finds that the petitioner is claiming to be a tribal candidate of the Jharkhand under the category Santhal, but the petitioner is not having any certificate from the state of West Bengal. Though the West Bengal has recognized the Santhal category as tribal, category. Full stop. Considering full stop, this could find that only the petitioner is intending to file the nomination form to contest the assembly election and reserve category for the tribal candidate. Considering the above, the petitioner is allowed to submit the certificate, submit the application for contest the election of the particular state assembly under the category of tribal candidate, but it is up to who is the authority? Returning officer. It is up to the returning officer to verify the nomination form submitted by the petitioner, and if the returning officer, that is the respondent number 4, finds that the petitioner has disclosed all the required documents, then he can take appropriate decision for allowing the petitioner to contest the election in the particular assembly as reserve candidate. And if the returning officer finds that the petitioner has not disclosed the required document to prove that the petitioner is not having the certificate of scheduled tribe candidate, the returning officer has liberty to take appropriate decision for rejection of the application of the petitioner at the time of verification of the nomination form submitted by the petitioner. By this observation, the writ application is supported.
Only one,
Carry let
only one humble submission. Although may not be required, but not.
Yes.
One day insist me to make.
Yes.
This may not be treated as a precedent.
This order is passed by this court as the last date of filing of the nomination is 6th of April 2026, and this direction cannot be treated as a precedent in future.
Kindly excuse me, let 1 second. Kindly excuse me. I still traveling.